Hey man, Paul Stanley here. Thanks for tuning in. You know, this week, if you're from my generation, you remember Eddie Van Halen. And this week we got the news that he passed away from the cancer that he's been battling with probably for about 5 years now. You know, I'm from that generation. We like rock and roll. In fact, the first concert that I ever saw, the first live band that I ever saw in concert was Van Halen back in the 70s when I was a kid. So I've been listening to them for some time, and I'm a fan just like anybody else. But as I'm listening to the news, it struck me when I hear them saying he was a guitar god. And it kind of bothered me. I think maybe because I'm thinking about it because in our church we've been studying the Ten Commandments. And this week we're on number 3 where it says in Exodus 20, you shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. And it might seem a bit legalistic to some of you, but I really want you to think about it when we use the term God. It's so thrown around so much these days. He's a guitar god. He's a football god. You know, people say this guy's my idol or that girl's my idol and things of that nature. You know, and even just common days, you know, when people say, oh my God, and things like that, or they use the name Jesus as an exclamation point, almost as an expletive almost. We should really be thinking about that because we serve an awesome God. And no one deserves to be called God but our God. And we can't ascribe that name to anyone or anything other than him. And again, I hope you don't hear legalism in this. I want you to stand in awe of God. I want you to stand in reverence before God. I really want you to appreciate who God is to you and who he is in your life, you know. Just the other day I was reading about Herod, and he was on his throne, and I forget what he was talking about, and people were like, this is the voice of a God. And evidently Herod just ate it up, almost kind of like, well, yes I am, you know. And all of a sudden he was stricken with worms from the inside out. They ate him up and killed him. God won't share his name with anyone, no more than he'll share his people with anyone. You know, God is an awesome God. He deserves our all. You know, he deserves our reverence and he deserves our worship. And I just want to encourage you again, please, I hope you don't hear me just sounding legalistic. I really hope that you understand our God is an awesome God. He does reign from heaven above, and there's none like him in all the earth. So when you start hearing things like he's a guitar god, I hope you think about it twice. Eddie Van Halen was a great guitar player, but he's certainly no God. I hope he knew the Lord Jesus, but he's no God. And remember to reserve that name for the one who deserves it. Hey man, God bless you, and I'll see you next time.